This week on Real Life Quarantine.
So life in quarantine, it's been pretty chill. I mean, we're hanging out, we're playing games, reading, and just bonding all around. What? So we don't have a lot of rules in this house, but the one rule I do have, no one touches my chicken nuggets. And today, someone broke that rule. Family meeting, now!
Now, I don't know a lot, but what I do know is when Carl calls a family meeting, someone's usually in trouble.
Here we go. All right, y'all, I don't demand much. I let you stay here, I let you play my games, I even let you use my hallway as a slip and slide. It was dope.
It was pretty dope.
But someone just crossed the line.
Wow, I guess you could say things are heating up in the kitchen.
Someone just ate my chicken nuggets. So what?
Shots fired.
So what? That's my one rule, Brock. Well, it's a stupid rule. Stupid?
Are you kidding me?
Also, there's more food in the fridge, man. The only thing in there besides my chicken nuggets is vegetables.
Carl hates vegetables.
I hate vegetables, and Brock knows that. Good, you could stand to eat a few more veggies. What did you say? All I'm saying is that maybe you should take a break from eating 100 chicken nuggets a day and maybe eat a vegetable. Whew. I'm pretty fuming right now, but I know I gotta be slow to anger and take the higher road. Be the better person. I'm not a rabbit, bro! I don't eat vegetables! I don't eat Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets! Dude? That's it!
What?
Okay, first of all, bruh, don't cornstalk me. Dose of all, if you're hungry, go buy some more chicken nuggets. I would love to, Brock, but it's Sunday and they're closed. I bought these extra to eat today. You can go to Mickey D's. It's all the same, dude. What did you say? I said go to Mickey D's. It's basically the same as Chick-fil-A, if not better.
The fact that Brock just said that, it scares me.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you, Brock! You know I love Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets!
Yo, bro,
Come on,
what's up, Edge? What's up with all this quarantine Carl?
Next week on Real Life Quarantine.
So I decided to kick Austin out of the house.
This house is a nightmare, dude! Didn't even like it anyway, bro.
Bye-bye, Austin. Guess who just became the best-looking guy in the house?
To be honest, I'm glad Austin's gone. I called dibs on his Xbox.
I'm done. I'm out of here, bro. I can't get enough.
You got a whole litter, bro. Oh, are those pugs? He's not supposed to be in leaves like that. He worked hard raking up those leaves. Look at that.
Well, that was an interesting quarantine life. I hope episode 2 is next week and we get to see some of that. But we are glad you're here for Coronacation Congregation. Let me welcome you for our time together. We're just taking a few minutes today to spend time. If you're joining us today, we'd love for you to join us on the chat. I don't know which side screen it's on here, but one of these sides, there's a chat feature where we're talking. If you're watching the premiere of this video, we're just chatting. We're glad you're here. We're going to have this time afterwards where we hang out as well, but we're really glad you're here for Coronacation Congregation. We've got some segments we're going to go through. So I promised you last week a time called Quarantine Confessions, and so we're going to start off with some quarantine confessions that you've sent in. So let's hit that quarantine confessions. Welcome to Quarantine Confessions. We have some confessions that were sent in. We're going to read anonymously this week, and so I just want to read some of these to you. We won't give away any of these, but some of them are quite interesting, to say the least. So, quarantine confession. First one we have is I haven't worn pants in a month. I'm glad I haven't seen whoever this is in a month either, so thank you for sharing that. Kind of along the same lines maybe. Another confession. I've been in the same sweatshirt for 2 weeks, but some days I've showered, so it's okay. I'm not really sure what the some days I've showered means, if that's more than not, but that doesn't make your clothes any cleaner, just for the record. 2 weeks in a row. All right, so another quarantine confession. While riding my dad's bike, I ran into the mailbox. The bike is fine, my pride, not so much. Well, I'm sorry about that, so hopefully your pride will get better. But another quarantine confession. My friend, in quotations here, tried dancing down the stairs, but then ate it, tearing the blinds as they fell. I hope your friend is okay, all right? Another quarantine confession. One day, I ate pizza for every meal. I don't really know why that's a quarantine confession. There's nothing wrong with that. Cold pizza for breakfast is awesome. So that's not really a confession, but we'll take it, all right? Quarantine confession. I found my mom hiding in her closet, eating some of my Easter candy today. Thanks, Zach, for sending that one in, all right? Well, I guess that one not anonymous anymore, and now he's going to be mad at me. She's making faces at me from the other side of the camera. It's okay. All right, moving on. Anonymous quarantine confession. There may have been a couple of days where I forgot to brush my teeth. Dentists are going to have a field day once this thing starts back. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, quarantine confession. I have only changed from my nighttime pajamas to my daytime pajamas the past 3 weeks. I think we all have that pair of daytime pajamas that we've been wearing out some. All right, and last quarantine confession we have for today is I have finished 3 different television series over quarantine. That's not 3 seasons, that's 3 different series. That's impressive. Hope the schoolwork's coming along just as well there too. So that's quarantine confessions. Well, those are some interesting quarantine confessions. We also have another segment we introduced this week called Quarantine Kitchen. So let's dive into our kitchen and find out what that's going to be like. So Quarantine Kitchen, let's check it out. Welcome to Quarantine Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a delicacy. And so we got some supplies here. We've got some bread, we've got some peanut butter, and we've got some jelly. And so we're going to put these things together to make a creation I like to call peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. All right, and so this is a delicacy in my house. Some of you can see that I don't actually get real silverware. You cut yourself one time and your wife takes all those sharp stuff away from you. So this is what you got to use. So these are what we're going to use today for our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm really good at this. And so what you do is you get your supplies together. You then go to your fridge and you have your PB&J sandwich right here. You open the package up, and voila, you are ready for lunch. Oh, wait, almost forgot the most important part. You've got to open your can of Pringles. That's an important aspect. And so you want to make sure, this is where the mastery and chefery comes into it, is you've got to arrange them just so perfectly on the plate. So it's an artistic piece of work. And so we have just created a PB&J lunch. This is it right here. Round of applause. You should be cheering in your homes right now. This is delicious. So thank you for joining us for Quarantine Kitchen. We'll come back to some more surprises next week, so don't miss out. Well, that looked delicious right there. Making myself hungry just watching that again. So we're going to move on from Quarantine Kitchen to one of my favorite segments. We tried this last week, didn't work out well, but I think it's going to work out better this time. So we're going to go with Haircuts with Andrew. So let's check this out. Hey, Zach, what's about to happen right here? Haircuts! Haircuts with Andrew. Here we go. Sit. Here we go, Zach. Let's go.
Why are you videotaping me?
All right. We're here for Haircuts with Andrew. Zach, are you a willing participant? Yes or no?
No.
That's too bad. You don't have a choice. Your hair is getting long. Sit back. Here we go. Well, that's not going to work. Here we go. Haircuts with Andrew. We're going to call this the shaving cam, all right? You guys sit still, buddy. All right?
I need your hand forward, okay?
All right. Look, just look at it. Look, here we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Can you even tell I'm cutting hair? It doesn't even look like cutting hair.
You did. I can see hair flying.
All right. Okay, so mistakes were made, but I don't think it turned out that bad. And the good thing is, by the time this is over, his hair will grow out and it'll be okay. So we'll move on to the next segment now. Well, that did not work out quite like I planned, but that's okay. Zach's not going to see anybody for a couple weeks, so hair grows back. It's all good. Nothing to worry about. So let's move on from segment maybe not gone so well. We'll move into a segment a little bit better. One of everybody's favorite segment called Kid Interviews.
Welcome to Kid Interviews. What else?
Tell me your name.
I'm Zoe Floyd.
This is Zoe Floyd with Kid Interviews, and I think, Zoe, you have some questions you wanted to ask me today. Is that correct? It is? Okay, well, go ahead and ask your questions.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color, I like red. Red is one of my favorite colors. Do you have another question?
What's one of your favorite foods?
My favorite foods? What do you think my favorite food is?
Pizza.
Pizza? I like pizza. Spaghetti. I like spaghetti. Spaghetti's one of my favorite foods. Any other questions you have for me?
What's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit? A watermelon. I like watermelon. Are you licking your lips there? Are you getting hungry? Do you have any other questions you want to ask me? You gotta talk into the microphone. Not that it's a real microphone, but it helps. And you're looking at the camera. Any other questions? You asked me some questions before this. Do you remember those questions?
Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go when this is over? My answer I gave you before was anywhere without you and Zach and maybe Natalie. But I will say a cruise would be nice. I think go on a cruise, get away from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You approve of that answer? You want to go on a vacation?
Yeah.
A vacation where we spend all our time together?
Yeah.
Kind of like we're doing right now? You dropped your ring. All right. Is that all the questions you have for me?
Yes.
All right. Tell everybody thank you for joining us for Kid Interviews. Say thank you for joining us
Thank you for joining us
for Kid Interviews.
for Kid Interviews.
All right. The end.
The end.
Well, that was one segment of Kid Interviews, but hey, it was fun. So let's move from one kid to another. Words with Nelly. Here we go.
Avocado, window, Monopoly, fur baby, Hanukkah, garbanzo, Muppets, Frogger, Jesus.
Those were definitely some words that Nelson had. So, all right. We've had a segment here for a couple weeks now. Still getting segments, people sending videos in. I love it. So we're going to go back to our dance challenge segment. If you got the Sway app, use it. Send us some videos. Got a chance to win some prizes. It's a lot of fun. Here we go. Dance challenge.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell. You stay on my mind.
for sending in those dance challenge videos. We're glad you did. If you're watching on the side right now, watching live in the premiere, put who you thought the winner was, whatever side that is. Can't remember, but put down who you thought the winner was. Love to see those comments. Love to keep them coming in. So another segment we introduced a couple weeks ago, I think, was our fashion show. So this week we asked the challenge, put it out there, to give us your best Bible or movie characters. And so we've got some pictures that people sent in with their families, which I'm thankful for too, because more pictures to look at and have fun with. So let's take a look at our fashion show pictures.
Watch Coronacation Congregation or else.
Those are some great pictures. I don't know that I can choose a winner from all those because they were quite impressive in all of them, except for Nelson's. But besides that, next segment, one of my favorite segments we're going into, That's in the Bible. Welcome to That's in the Bible. Today we're going to be reading from Numbers 22, starting in verse 22. But God was incensed that Balaam was going, and the angel of the Lord took his stand on the path to oppose him. Balaam was riding on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing on the path with a drawn sword in his hand, she turned off the path and went into the field. So Balaam hit her to return to the path. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow passage between the vineyards with a stone wall on either side. The donkey saw the angel of the Lord and pressed herself against the wall, squeezing Balaam's foot against it. So he hit her once again. The angel of the Lord went ahead and stood in a narrow place where there was no room to turn to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she crouched down under Balaam. So he became furious and beat the donkey with a stick. Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and she asked Balaam, "What have I done to you that you have beaten me these 3 times?" Balaam answered his donkey, "You made me look like a fool. If I had a sword in my hand, I'd kill you now." But the donkey said, "Am I not the donkey you've ridden all your life until today? Have I ever treated you this way before?" "No," he replied. So many questions. But if you really want to enjoy this story even more and find out how it ends, check out your King James Version of the Bible as you read it from Exodus 22. That's in the Bible. Like I said, like we say every week, there's a lot of interesting stuff in the Bible. And we sometimes get distracted by all the fluff and everything around the world. There's a lot of great things in the Bible, but we do get distracted. And so this week we got a short segment video called God in the Midst of the Noise. God in the Noise. I would love you to take a moment, just watch this video, catch the meaning of it, that sometimes we lose God because we let everything else distract us. And this may be a great time for us to remove as many of those distractions as we possibly can. So take a look at this video.
God. 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 God.
Family.
God.
Family.
God. God.
Family.
Friends.
God.
Friends.
Family.
God.
Friends.
School.
Family.
Friends.
God.
School.
Money.
Friends.
School.
Family.
God.
School.
Friends.
Money.
School.
Family.
God.
School.
Social
Money.
distancing. Friends.
School.
God.
Sports. School.
Money.
Social distancing.
School.
Friends.
God.
Family.
School.
Money.
Here. Sports.
Social
God.
distancing.
School.
Money. Friends.
School.
God.
Sports.
The ladies.
God.
Sports.
Family.
Social
Money.
distancing.
Social media.
Social distancing.
God.
Thanks for watching that video. It's an obvious picture of how noise distracts us. Speaking of noise, we're going to go back to Words with Nelly.
Painting. Tacos. Kitchen. Dogs. Triceratops. Pterodactyl.
Thank you, Nelson, for more words. Yes, that's all I can say. We are coming to a close of our Coronacation Congregation. We are glad you've joined us today. We're always looking for new segments. If you have suggestions, put them in the comments. Send them to us this week. We'd love to see what we can do to create, to have some fun together. But if you're here with us during the premiere, want you know kind of a couple things. Right after this premiere is done, we are going to have a Zoom meeting where we just hang out, talk, spend time together, see some other people's faces, see what daytime pajamas people have, I guess, from the confessions. But we are glad you're here. That link for those Zoom hangouts, only in the premiere, following it, is right there in the description. You can find it. It's a click there. Waiting room, use your real name, and we'll let you in. So it's that simple. One other announcement we have is we're continuing our Zoom Bible studies on Wednesday nights. Middle school students, we meet from 6:30 to 7:30. High school students from 8 to 9. We'd love for you to join us. That information for that Zoom meeting is in that weekly email that goes out to parents and students every single week. We'd love for you to click and join us. Beforehand, if you get the chance, watch the Control Bible study with D.A. Horton. We're watching week 2 this week. It's a great study and looking what happens when life gets out of control and how we give control to God. Great and applicable thing to be talking about and watching. So watch that video, and we will see you either right after this video or on Wednesday night for our Zoom Bible study meetings. We're glad you're here. Remember, stay safe out there and wash your hands.